Good afternoon. It's Linda Boney on this Tuesday, November 10th, 2020. I'm here with you with Feng Shui Tip Tuesdays. I switched back to Tuesdays. It sounds better and it's easier for me to manage that day. For Tuesdays, to come to you and give you tips for Tuesdays about Feng Shui. My name again is Linda Boney. I'm a Feng Shui consultant. My business name is Feng Shui Inspirations. I work one-on-one with clients, virtual and in person, and over the phone, to create Feng Shui inspirations and help them move forward. And I'm really excited to give you this time. It was a request from one of my friends. I can even give her name. Her name is Susan. She's awesome. About talking about feng shui for offices, for home offices, because all of us have been home pretty much during the pandemic, and how to make our switch from our office space to our home being an office. Some people do have offices and you have a desk, which is really ideal, but sometimes many of us are working from um, a table or a dining room table or a coffee table, trying to make our best of to what we can do at the office, and that's kind of what an office is. And nowadays, with the technology and wireless and everything, you don't have to be attached to a cable or anything. You can have your office kind of wherever you want or wherever you desire, or you have to have it. So I'm just going to give you a few tips on things that are important to have and that can help you boost your feng shui and help you boost your career and also opportunities to come your way. First and foremost, as I always say, you have to be in the command position. Command position is having your desk or your desk. Well, you're facing the door, but not facing directly in front of the door. If you face in front of the door, that's considered a poison arrow hitting at you, and you don't want to have that. That's not good at all because that ends up creating agitation. You're not able to protect yourself. You want to have a solid wall in back of you, and you want to be in command. You want to be in charge of what's going on in your life, in your workplace, in your space, in your family, in your home. If it's not possible, and because ideally you don't want to be facing a wall because then that creates blockages. Many of us, I've seen houses when I got to many of my clients, and that's how even when you see the home shows, you see the desk propped up against the wall. I mean, because space wise, I know it's not ideal to have it the other way around, but if you can at all possible, it is really better to have it the other way around. Have your wall facing if your back is against the wall, you have a nice high back chair. If not, you don't have a high back chair, put a nice red cloth. I have my red jacket right here in back of my chair, since it's low, but nice high back chair. Make you feel like an executive. Hold yourself up high and give you that authoritative position when you're doing your work, because that conveys into your work and into your life, and it brings opportunities to you. If you're not possible, be able to if you have to face a wall, put a mirror in front of you so you can see behind you, and also a nice painting, a nice mural. Sometimes I know you're facing the window, that's not too bad, but I still prefer you're not having the window either in back of you or in front of you. Because again, then if you're facing the window, that means your back is, the door is behind you and you really won't see it at all. So putting a mirror in front of you to be able to do that. Many of us can actually put a little mirror on top of your computer. They make these little concave mirrors. I've gotten them from Amazon, really small, so you can actually be able to see behind you. I remember once when I was in an office working in New Jersey many years ago. I was in the I When I interviewed for the job, most of the time when I interview for a job, I want to see where I'm sitting. I really want to know what I'm getting myself into before I even walk into the space. So 9 times out of 10, I've been very lucky. I've been very fortunate to have a very good desk and seeing the door from where the desk is, so I'm in command myself, even if I'm just in a cubicle. But this particular job, I did not have that choice, and I was in the worst spot. I was in the spot where the corridor was, where everybody's passaging through. So am I constantly looking back at me, just just in my I'm so sensitive to energies, just feeling people walk behind me. So I had to put a mirror in front of me because of course I couldn't change where I sat at the time. But putting a mirror there made me feel more secure. I could tell who was coming to me. I put a nice red jacket behind me to give myself support from the back. And we had a nice computer desk, which was fine. But most importantly, I had to put that mirror. That mirror made me feel so secure because I almost put the door in front of me. And that's what you kind of have the door. The image of the door is in front of you, kind of just in that way. Also, not having too much clutter around you. It's really important. Many of us, have our papers all around and everything, trying to keep everything in order as best as possible. If you don't have a desk, if you have a table, just try and keep everything as neat as possible and have it accessible so you're not reaching out to anything. If you're able to, if you have a desk, and really ideally, we put a plant on the top left-hand corner, of a room, of a desk, of your home is considered the wealth area. So everyone asks me that, where's my money? Well, show me where the money is. Show me the money, as they say, the saying goes. So putting a plant there, a bamboo plant or a nice, thriving, healthy plant in that corner will also boost your prosperity and also boost your career and anything else. Those are pretty much the tips that I have for you right now. There's other tips that I can give as I go along for the next few weeks as I'm going, but it just was just asked to me to do home offices, and I really think that was a great suggestion. So thank you, Susan, for that. Any other tips that you can think of? Any other questions you have as far as how to make your office the most optimum best, and also having a proper desk. Sometimes we don't have a proper desk that we can use, preferably wood, nice length of 6 feet by 3 feet in the depth for a desk, drawers on either sides or on one side. L-shaped desks are not the greatest, but it's nothing wrong. You can have, if you have an L-shaped desk, that's fine, but just making it where you can have it, you're not like cutting yourself off on the side. I prefer to have a solid desk with two sides, and preferably wood. I remember my desk that I had, a beautiful desk. I actually had a glass top layered over the wood, so that way the wood didn't get scratched up, and that was very pretty, and it was almost like water over wood, which was really nice. Glass desks, they're great depending on what career you have, but then that means everything can fall in between and through that. It's too visible in that regard. Solid is the best thing. Solid, nice hardwood desk is really great. Um, and an executive style would be really good. There's also a chair, as I said, a nice executive chair from the back. If you can get a red chair, that's even better. I think that's actually the best thing you could do if you really get a red chair. If not, like I said, a red scarf behind you, or a red jacket, a red sweater, something red to give you that boost, because red is an auspicious color and it gives you very much good energy and also pushes you forward. That's great for tonight. So I hope you enjoyed this. And please check out my website, lindaboney.com. It's already activated, so we can put my name in if the other name is too long for you to spell, but it's fengshuiinspirations.com or lindaboney.com. It'll take you right to the page. I have a complimentary 3-day Change Your Life Jumpstart Challenge. I come to your email. I bring you tips on greater bringing your wealth and increasing your health, and also better relationships and releasing clutter from your life. So, and I'll also just want to also catch up if you have any questions as far as the previous videos that are on my page. I talked about drawers last week and how to organize them, and also previous to that, I talked about closets and also how it's important to keep our closets and organize it in order. So, have a great evening and good night, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye bye. Blessings.